Welcome to today's courtroom drama, where emotions are running high and the fate of a property is in the balance. We're diving into the case of Jean Falico Living Trust versus Isabel Adkins. The case starts with a heated dispute over property rights. And right out of the gate we have a twist. Isabel's mother, Casey Adkins, unexpectedly joins the call. But here's the thing, she's not even a party to the case. Can you believe it? And the technical difficulties are not helping either. The court's patience is tested, and we're just getting started. But the real drama, we've got an eviction on the line. So stay tuned, because this is about to get intense.
Adkins or her mother, Casey. I'm seeing Miss Casey Adkins below, connecting to audio now, but no visual. If it is
Hello?
Casey, if that is
Hello?
Casey Adkins.
Hello?
Hello, what's your name?
Hello? Casey Adkins?
Hello?
Hello? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello, ma'am. What is your name? Ma'am, what is your name?
Casey Adkins?
Casey Adkins.
That is Isabella Adkins' mother, Your Honor, and for the court's record, she was party to another eviction for the trust property in a separate court that we had executed last 2 weeks ago. So Miss
As the court tries to identify who's actually involved in the case, we're seeing a mix-up between Isabella and her mother, Casey. The confusion around who is supposed to be representing Isabel could be a strategy, or it could just be bad luck. The court's not having it, though, and is pushing forward with determination. But here's a question for you. Why is Casey, who's not even part of the case, still trying to influence the proceedings? Is this a tactic, or just pure chaos?
We're having issues with the video and audio. I don't know.
Okay, but did Isabel Adkins file the documents with the court, or did you?
The stuff that was sent earlier?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, it was with me. It was me allocating it. And she,
Okay, but-
I mean, like I said, she's on the phone. She's trying to call. She's flipping out.
Your Honor,
I'm sorry.
I didn't know that there were documents submitted. We didn't receive any document. I'm not sure what the court would be looking at.
I somehow figured that.
There's more coming in. I have more that,
What do you mean there are more coming in?
I have 2 additional emails that were sent at 9:25 this morning from Miss Casey Adkins.
Oh, I don't
Each
know.
with 10 attachments in them. More pictures.
More pictures?
I don't know.
Well, they were,
Ma'am, please.
Alright, so the plot thickens. We've got missing documents, unclear communications, and Isabel's phone call issues. The court just got a stack of emails, but none of them seem to be what the court was expecting. Documents in legal cases are everything, and when they go missing or are misfiled, it could change the entire outcome of the case. This is a massive point. Who's responsible for this chaos?
099.
Okay. Could the individual who has logged in with the last 3 digits 099, you need to hit *6 on your phone and identify who you are.
The issue may be, Your Honor, too, if she is simultaneously on the phone with her mother, you can't 3-way call into a Zoom, so you would have to hang up with Casey, her mother, to then appear through the audio.
Individual who's logged on with the last 3 digits 099, you'll have to unmute. If it is a 3-way call, counsel's right, then you're going to have to hang up from one of them, but preferably the one hooked to Casey, if you are Isabella. Casey Adkins, unmute, please.
Trying. We're having issues.
Now, This moment right here.
Isabel's claim that her grandmother said she could stay on the property sounds innocent, right? But legally, yeah. This is a weak argument.
The court is very clear. Personal permission from a relative does not give you legal rights to a property. So, where's the solid evidence? This is a legal drama, where emotions are running high, but emotions don't win cases. Facts do. Let me ask you this. Do you think this argument is enough for Isabel to keep the property?
Ma'am, Isabella needs
Yes?
to call in on her own. She's the only one that's
Okay.
a party to this case.
Okay. Okay, can I have a few minutes to get through to her?
I'm sorry?
Can I have a few minutes to get through to her? Because I'm going to have to hang up. She's having issues and I'm going to have to get her to call from the, she can't hear anything. She's not hearing anything we're saying. She's sending me texts. So can I have a few minutes to call her and tell her to call her boyfriend or something?
Well, is her area code 734?
Yes, sir.
I'll give a couple minutes to call in. Counsel, you were going to say something, sir. I'm sorry.
No, Your Honor, I was going to say if the court needs to move on to other files and move us to the end of the hearing to give her time, I just don't want to let this delay another day, and I know it's going to keep moving. I don't have another hearing this morning, so I can hold on if need be.
Okay. All right. She needs to call in, ma'am.
Okay.
Quarter past that case. The individual who signed in, last three digits of the phone number 711. Could you please hit *6 and unmute and identify yourself?
We are seeing a massive shift in the tone here. The court is setting the record straight, and the defendant's side, which is scrambling to create a defense, isn't gaining any ground. The introduction of the claim for a jury trial doesn't seem to be enough to sway the judge. It's one of those moments where the judge is already leaning towards the plaintiff's side. It's like watching a car crash in slow motion. Everyone knows the outcome, but it's still shocking. What do you think? Does Isabel have a fighting chance here?
Miss Adkins?
These are the new documents that they filed, but they're back and forth.
Your Honor, if those were emailed to the court, obviously the court's aware, but just for the sake of the record, nothing was emailed to me.
Yeah, I got it, counsel.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can forward them to them. I mean, we're going to try to forward those to you, counsel, so you...
Thank you, Your Honor.
I have a property transfer affidavit from January 25th of 2023. The seller being Jean, is it Facio?
Falciccio, Your Honor.
Falciccio. And that the buyer is Casey Adkins.
Your Honor, Miss Atkins filed 2 property transfer affidavits on the date of her mother's death. The property is not, Miss Falciccio died in January. She passed. Both of the properties that were, one, an eviction's already occurred, this is the last one, are titled in the name of the trust. So that affidavit is a fraudulent transfer affidavit. Title remains, and I could show the court the deed and the recording information, but title remains vested in the trust.
Got it. Okay, Isabel Adkins, what is your claim to the premises that's at issue here?
I would like to request a jury trial. I lived with my grandma for a year.
Ma'am, you got to file paperwork and you got to pay for the jury. Are you going to do that today? And then you're going to have to file an answer to the claim.
Yes.
So the court is aware, just from a timing standpoint, I did just receive the email from the court showing photos, which appear to be the photos of the property being removed.
Hold on. The defense tries to pull out the photos as evidence. But here's the kicker. They're from a completely different eviction. This kind of misstep can make or break your case, and it's clear this isn't going in their favor if they can't even get their evidence right. How can they expect to win? Let me ask you, what do you think? Should this kind of mistake be enough to lose the case for Isabel?
No defense that's been raised, and even her claims on the record here that she would simply like to stay do not give her grounds. There's no lease. She needs to vacate the property, and at this point, we'd ask for no further. This is the third time they tried to delay this. We'd ask for no further delay and for the judgment to be entered. Not seeking any money judgment here, obviously, Your Honor, but just asking that the court enter the judgment and an order of eviction in 10 days.
Miss Isabel Adkins,
Yes.
what is your basis for claim?
The tension is reaching its peak. Isabel is now asking for a jury trial, but here's the catch. There's no defense that can back it up. Her claim that her grandmother allowed her to stay in the property is now on the chopping block. The judge has heard enough, and it's becoming clear Isabel's argument doesn't hold up. It's now a battle between procedure.
Ma'am, that's not going to be enough. I don't really have an issue that I could try or a jury could try on this case.
For the sake of the record, Your Honor, I would like to ask, is Miss Atkins alone, or is Miss Casey Atkins with her? Because Miss Casey Atkins, who's not a party to this case or an attorney, continues to appear on the Zoom.
No, I'm on the Zoom. I'm not with Bella.
Okay, Isabella?
Sir, the request is that we would like to get it moved to pro.
Now we get to the juicy part. The court brings up the ongoing attempts to file probate actions that have already been dismissed. This isn't a courtroom blunder. This feels like an ongoing strategy to keep the property in play. When things get this messy, it starts to look like a game of legal chess, where the pieces are constantly being moved. What's your take on this? Should this repeated action be allowed to continue?
Sort of belaboring continuous fraud to keep the properties in play, and we would just ask for the judgment at this point. I really don't want to belabor the issue further.
Andrew, that's not true. Y'all haven't filed the will.
Yeah, Miss Atkins. Casey Atkins. I've now for the third time told you you are not a party to this case. Isabella Adkins, tell me every reason outside, well, you said your grandmother said you could reside there.
Finally, we're getting some clarity. The court has seen enough, and we're headed for a judgment. No more delays. But here's the real question. Does the judge really believe this case has merit after everything that's gone wrong? Misfiled documents, wrong evidence, and a weak defense. This looks like a straightforward decision. What would you have done? Would you have ruled differently?
I will file paperwork.
You what?
I will file paperwork, but I would like the right to have a jury trial.
Well, ma'am, I need to know that there's a defense to the claim.
And the final hammer comes down. The judge rules for possession and orders an eviction in 10 days. No jury trial. No more drama. And this is the end of the line for Isabel's case. The lesson here. In court, if your case isn't solid from the start, no amount of theatrics can save you. What's your opinion? Was the judge too harsh? Or was this the right decision?
No, I hear you. I got you. Miss Adkins, Isabella Adkins?
She just left.
logged off. Okay, here's what I'm going to do.
Sir, she's calling me right now. Bella, are you on the phone? You're on the phone with the speaker with the Zoom, Bella. It's okay. Sir?
Now we've reached the end of the line. The court has issued its ruling, and the eviction is happening. The emotional weight of this case is undeniable. But when it comes to the law, it's not about feelings. It's about who has the stronger legal argument. The case has come to an end, but its implications will echo. What are your thoughts on this? Was this a fair ruling?
Now, what's going on here? So here's what I'm going to do. Because I don't think this is, I mean, I think Isabella's there, but Isabella, I don't think wants to pursue this in this fashion. So she's going to have to get an attorney so that the record's clear. I think much of this is being instituted by Casey Atkins, who's not a party to this case. So,
all right, here's the wrap-up. The court has ruled in favor of the plaintiff, granting possession of the property and ordering eviction within 10 days. The defense's emotional appeals and technical difficulties couldn't overcome the legal facts. It's a harsh reminder that in court, evidence and proper legal procedure matter most. If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns. See you next time for more shocking verdicts.